Hello humans, this is the Cobb Redline cold air intake, and this is a Subaru WRX STI. Today we're doing a POV install. I have the instructions from Cobb, and I am going to be reading it step by step, and we're going to do this together. It says you need ratchets. I'm going to use this thing. 12-inch extension, I have a 10. I don't know what size these are, but you need a 6 as well. You need a 10, 12, 17. This is an 8. And I think I know what it's for. It says you need a 7, but because it's an impact one, it's a little thicker, so it should fit. It doesn't call for a magnet, but I'm gonna use it. The radiator part, where you have to like put a radiator nut right under it. Put a nut under the radiator. You'll see. Trim removal tool, a pick, flathead, screwdriver. Yeah, let's get to it. Stock intake removal. Remove the 2 plastic retainers that hold down the intake snorkel using a flathead screwdriver. Comes with pictures. Oh, there you go. That's way better. Those 2, basically. All right, take them off. Flathead. Let's get to work. So you can shimmy it out. There you go. Step 2, remove the intake snorkel from engine bay. So I guess it just comes off. I guess it does. To the couch you go. Step 3, remove 2 Phillips head screws, holding down the MAP sensor using a Phillips head screwdriver. Phillips head. MAP sensor bolts. Remove. This looks like someone took it off before. It's very, stripped. It's a Denso. So it's unclip. Well, this just comes off. Now you push this down. There you go. I'm over here overcomplicating it. So somewhere safe. Going in the toolbox. Bye-bye. Should probably put a condom on it. Use protection. Step 5. Release the vacuum hoses from the clips on the intake elbow. That was hard. Loosen the 2 hose clamps on the intake elbow. Loosen. Alright, this should be a 7, but I'm using an 8 and it should fit. Yep. I like loosely on there. It just says loosen, so. This is not how you use impact bits sockets. But this is how we're using it today. Remove the 10mm bolt that holds the bottom of the airbox to the chassis using a 10mm socket and a 6-inch extension. Overcompensating much? Careful not to drop it. Unless I have a magnet. In case I do drop it. Remove the 10mm nut holding the airbox to the air bracket. It's a quarter. It's a quarter 10. I need a 3/8 10. There we go. Let it out. Alright, now it says gently remove. I feel like it doesn't say in the instructions to move this off, but I feel like if I'm taking this whole airbox off, I should probably take this off. Things that I'm tell you about. Trying to be gentle, but there's not a lot of space in here. Wait, was I supposed to remove that whole bracket? I probably was.
Pause. It actually doesn't tell you to remove the bracket until way later. But before you remove the airbox, it's better to remove that bracket. So when you move that first bolt from the bracket to the airbox, go ahead and remove the next 2 bolts and remove the whole bracket that you have. That way you have space to remove the whole airbox. You're welcome. Goddamn instructions.
That's why I don't have space to take this off. We'll let bygones be bygones. This wasn't even sitting in how it's supposed to. I wonder if I had leaks. Because look, this wasn't in here like this. It was just hanging by the top but not the bottom. What the hell? I did buy mine used. So someone probably had to mod it. Installed everything back to make it stock however they want it. And this is why you upgrade parts. Because I would have never known that. Whoa. Look at those spider webs. There's another part. I don't think we use any of this anymore. Carbon intake pre-assembly. Careful separate the large ring gasket away from the rest of the gaskets on pre-cut sheet. Remove the pieces that are inside of the pre-cut holes. This can be installed on the large opening of the air filter housing. Make sure to line up the pre-punch holes with the thread inserts. So basically we'll get this big circle. And toss it on there. There we go. Let this sit how it wants to sit. Alright, that's on. Now we go to the triangle side. Remove these two pre-cut pieces as well from the gasket sheet. Remove the sections from the pre-cut holes in the two pieces. So it's a triangle. Let it go. Let it go. At least here. Oh, it's not a whole thing. I gotta line up. I'm not meant to handle sticky things. Alright, now we're gonna put this in this corner. I probably should have aligned the hole first. Oh, it actually did. Kind of by itself. If you want the rear block off plate, we're not gonna put that, which is this piece. Because like everybody else in this world, we want the turbo noises as much as we could get. So, to that pile, take the smaller mounting bracket and pop one of the provided rubber grommets of the larger size into the big opening. Here's our little Ziploc full of grommets. Go ahead and dump these out. Oh man, this little bag is tight in here. I hope the other one's in here because I am missing one. Hey, look what I found out. I'm missing one of these in my baggie because it's supposed to come with two. One for each. And I don't see the other one here. Damn, well this installation's ruined. Cobb. The fuck? He only sent one? What are we doing? Alright, this bracket. Basically put it in the circle. Shouldn't be too hard. We all say that, and then it's just really bad. It's about how much you could get in there before it throws itself back. Oh, see, that wasn't bad. It's in there. Pop out the pre-cut gasket with the two long slots. This will get installed onto the same bracket on the side facing away from the bend. So bottom? Yeah. Bottom part. You know the drill. Pop out the little holes. Grab a corner. Peel this away. Match the way it looks. Pop it into place. Like you just did on the smaller bracket, install the remaining large grommet into the long mounting bracket. Large mounting bracket, meet large grommet. It's like you put a corner in, then you push on the side, and you just work it all the way around. This is a part where you can't really work it around, so you just push it in the middle and push it down. Take the last remaining pre-cut gasket piece. It should have a single hole in it. This will attach to the larger mounting bracket. So, facing up. Face it towards you. Get your last rectangle. Punch out the little hole. Grab a corner. And line this up. Ta-da. Taking the two smaller grommets, they can get installed into the hold down points on the snorkel. That's what these are for. Hello, Mr. Snorkel. I get to play with you now. This is kind of tough because I don't want to drop this thing, but I'm gonna use some force. It's very awkwardly shaped, is all I'm saying. I'm just like folding it like a taco and pushing it down. So I gotta push in on the bottom and then push at the top. You just gotta play with it till you get it in there. Hey, yo. We talking about the same thing here? Who needs lube when you got a strong thumb? Alright, grab the supplied round aluminum mounting plate and slip it over the MAF housing with the machine side facing away from the velocity stack. I mean, it's good if they provide pictures because I don't know what I just read, but what I do know is I have this. Clearly, this doesn't go like this. It goes like this. Use one of the little, where the bolts supposed to go, the little cutouts, to get the sensor part in, and then just turn it back. Using 3 of the shorter Allen bolts along with the 4mm Allen wrench provided, screw down the adapter plate to the mouth housing. The 3 bolt holes should line up with the threaded inserts on the 3 sides that don't have the mouth opening. Yes, sir. It says 3 shorter 10mm Allen bolts. I'm assuming it's these. These are the shortest ones, and it says shorter. I hate Allen wrench stuff. I need a T-bolt handle. Using a 7mm socket or your screwdriver, install supplied air filter onto the velocity stack. And from my understanding, this basically just pops in here, like so. This should be easy because clearly this goes like this. And if you're facing topside, this is gonna sit like this. Yep. So somewhere around there. We'll just figure and tighten it for now. And now this is installed. Install a silicone coupler onto the MAF housing. The words should be able to be read as if the air filter was the top. What? I think that's good. Use a small variety of colored Allen bolts to install the MAF sensor onto the MAF housing. And that's these two. Hello, old friend. It's funny. It really can only go one way. Alright. Slip 2 hose clamps over the silicone, but leave them loose for now. Yes, sir. It's probably going to go here anyway, so. Just leave it like that. Engine bay prep. Take your 10mm wrench or socket and remove the upper radiator mounts on both ends. Oh, this is the part. But I don't have the part. Take that's the 17. This is 12. Because you're all I need. Okay, so now you basically take these off. I'm just putting them to the side. Stick the bolt and washer onto the short end of your Allen key. A little tape can hold it in place so you don't lose it in the depths of the engine bay. You'll know, gently hold the radiator out of the way Book the Allen bolt up with the previous noted mount holes and just basically screw that in. You can now use your hands to put the pin onto the bolt and tighten it down with a 17mm wrench. Alright, so let's do one side. See, because what I was going to do was put this down there and then use a magnet to hopefully get it into place. Actually, I'm a little scared to drop this, so... first try. Oh my god, it's in my hand. I can't open my hand. There we go. It's all part of the plan. Says tighten down to 17. Like, I'll just use my hand. It works. There's one. There's one. You can now reinstall the upper radiator supports. Alright, let's put that back. Shove that bitch in there. There you go. Makes everything so easy. Using a 10mm wrench, remove the bolt holding the tall black bracket to the frame rail near where the intake was originally installed. Me, I don't know why I struggled. Struggle because I want to. 10mm, my ass, that's a 12.
Pause. So for my STI, the bolt was not 10mm, it was actually 12. I don't know if this is a common thing, if my STI is special and it has wrong bolt, or if someone at Cobb or whatever fat fingered the instructions, but mine was a 12mm. So be careful with that. You might get a 10, you might get a 12. Figure it out.
Slip the long bracket on top of that bracket, then loosely put the bolt back in place. That's loosely. Take the original intake hold down bolt and loosely install it into the second slotted hole in the lower bracket. Which was this one. How do I know? It has a washer on it. This one's a 10. That's funny. So the one in the back, that one in the back is a 12. This one is a 10. And didn't put the correct hardware, or these instructions are wrong on that side. Carefully poke your intake into place, getting the front nose down a little bit, then sneaking the silicone coupler on before pushing it down the rest of the way. Works fairly well. The pin on the bottom of the air housing should sit into the grommet on the lower bracket. When the intake is sitting on the lower bracket, gently get the silicone coupler onto the inlet, then work the grommets on the snorkel down onto the newly installed mounting pins. Look, that's another thing. They don't tell you to remove this bracket, but you have to remove it. So I'm actually going to do that now. Two things in the instructions. Doesn't tell you to remove this. Calls that a 10, but it's 12, and that one's a 10. And also, one of these is missing. Put this here to the side. Alright, come here, baby cakes. It's time for you to sit in place. Basically you're skydiving this in. I gotta put the coupler in more, but that's in the bracket. Once I push this more this way, that should sit down and be humble. There we go. Yep, I heard the rope. Bloop. It's missing one. Those miser points should get the intake fairly close to where it needs to be. Now is a good time to loosely install the upper bracket. Using the 2 factory nuts. This gets put in the same spot you remove the original upper support from the intake. So this goes like this, 10 millimeter all the way. It says not tighten this down, not yet. Now go ahead and tighten down the long lower bracket, then the upper bracket before finally tightening down the hose clamps on the silicone coupler. Where you at, Bolt? Bam, 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 bam. There you go. Yeah, that's like on the lip. Go ahead and tighten down the long lower bracket. I did that. You can now go ahead and plug in the map sensor. If it doesn't reach, double check the routing. It may be that you need to remove a clip holding the harness to the body. And keep that clip on there, and I'm just do this. There you go. It's installed. So for this awkward little hole, we're gonna go to tune. It's warming up. Sounds the same so far though.